demanded it. We here. If you
Holy
didn't, I
God!
want to hear
Yes,
you. I
sir.
swear you wanted me to do this. I sent all y'all invites. You didn't respond. Get in here. Yes.
We here.
So we up in here, Bill Kings Fantasy Football League. It's your boy Tony B. I got my man Ted Hicks in the house. Got my man JoJo, Mr. B, the MMA guy in the house. Gentlemen,
Yes,
what's going on?
sir.
How y'all doing?
Good.
Word.
I don't know if you can
touring
see
the AFC.
that.
Yeah, big ups to tour in the AFC South. My man
I
Mike.
just got it in the mail.
Word, put it up. I should have sent him a link. If he jumps in the comments, I'm gonna
I
bring him
just
up.
got it in the mail.
I'm gonna bring him up in here. Let me go ahead and send this out to everybody. Jojo, you live. Ted, you're live. Making sure
All
you're connected all over the place. Gentlemen, go for yours. Talk to me. What we got?
I know this starts off usually as Belt Kings Fantasy Football, but the fantasy season has yet to start, Joe. So I know it could delve into a little MMA. It could delve into a little boxing. We could talk a little sports media and culture. I guess I'll throw this thing out here first to Joe and to Tony. Thank you for allowing me to grace this platform. But
Word, man.
you got all these quarterbacks getting paid, rightfully so. But you got Patrick Mahomes still sitting on that friendly, team friendly $400 million deal.
Yeah.
I think he signed it a few years ago. He's the 7th highest paid quarterback. I guess the question, what do you guys think about this? And do you think at some point they go, because I think Mahomes is following that Brady path.
Nancy, how you doing? Tina DeRosa, how you doing? Ladies, you all welcome to come up if you would like. I will throw an invite in the chat. Go ahead, Ted.
He's following that Brady path. But do you think at some certain point that if ownership isn't going out to go get the best players, that Mahomes and his team should go back and speak with ownership and correct the fact that he's the number 7th, the 7th highest paid quarterback in the NFL? What's your thoughts on it?
Go ahead, Joe.
I don't really. What do you mean? Like he should?
Do you think it's time for him to go back and
say, hey, maybe I should get some more? I should get some more versus, hey, I want y'all to have as much money so that y'all can get the best players to help us win more chips. What if you were in Patrick Mahomes' shoes, how would you handle that situation, knowing that tomorrow your career could be done in the NFL? When you think about that, there's times where I would say, go get your money, maximize on your money, and do what you got to do. But looking at a guy like Patrick Mahomes, who's like, yo, maybe we could get that money. We could use that for other players. I could keep what I got right now, and you use that money to get some more pieces, and we could work our way. The man already got what? He got 2 rings, right? It's 2 rings, right? He got
two rings. 2 rings. Been there 3 times. 2 rings, and he's hell bent on catching Thomas Brady.
Yeah, work the tools, man. Get the tools. Maintain what you're doing. Get the tools. That's what I'm looking at. Get some more pieces if you need the necessary pieces, and work your way from there, man. He's sitting on a good nest egg. So
Nancy chimes in and says, Travis Kelce, who is probably going to go down as, next to Rob Gronkowski and Tony Gonzalez as, and to a certain degree, Shannon Sharp, as the greatest tight end ever.
Yeah.
He's 33 years old.
Yeah.
So I'm just wondering,
he still got
at
time
what
on the
point
clock.
at what point do they start looking at that position?
The tight end position specifically is
The tight end
they're
position.
always looking for another tight end because those guys are getting beat up as bad as running backs. All jokes aside, that's one of the toughest positions in football.
Yeah.
You knew that from high school. Kelsey's up there, and she's right. He will be going down as one of the greatest. Him and Kittle are right there. They Hall of Fame
Yes.
worthy right now. Andrews is working his way in. I'm going to include Darren Waller in that list. Hands down. I like Darren Waller. He may not have the numbers everybody else has, but he's going to be in there. They also had a tight end on the Chargers. I forgot my man's name. He was there for a few years. Let me Google him.
And I know y'all was talking about some tight ends, some really good tight ends, but we got to throw respect where respect is due to the OG Jason Witten. I don't really throw a lot of beefs about the Cowboys, but I always gotta say we gotta throw respect where respect is due.
You also got Gerald Everett. He was a tight end for the Chargers. He's gonna be in there too, as far as the Hall of Fame. In my opinion, I got to put him down as one of the greats. All jokes aside, maybe
Sky Moore. Yeah,
he got some while ago. My man, Jason Ferguson in Dallas. He about to be the future in tight ends. Watching. Y'all might want my man in Atlanta. Is it Kyle? Oh man, what's his name?
Let's see.
Somebody, Kyle Pitts. Yeah, he gonna be in there too. That man's gonna be something serious. Who we got here? Fireman Rich. How I know Rich is gonna come on after we brought.
Oh,
I would go.
Rich.
I just saw the invitation here. I had to make sure the game was
Kyle
off.
Pitts.
Oh
my goodness, Fireman Rich is in the building.
Yep. Afternoon, all afternoon.
What's up, Rich?
Graced with his presence.
What's up, Helen? How you doing, lady?
My pleasure.
Helen, what's going on?
Hey, Helen. No, I got the notification. It's like, oh man. Well, yeah, I guess the game is sort of lackluster. The Saints are really playing a good game. They're playing a good game.
Yeah, I don't have NFL Network. I'm not paying for it no more. They can hang that up.
I didn't realize I had it. I guess I'd been paying for it for a couple of years before I realized I had it.
Well, I went to Amazon. I went to Twitch, and I don't see it as a channel.
You have to look for it on your in your cable bundle. You got to look for it. And you're just like, well, wait a minute.
Yeah.
This is going to go off the rails really quick.
Ooh.
But maybe Rich will know what I'm talking about. Maybe Tony D and probably probably Joe.
Well, okay. Yeah.
There was a time when I lost SNY. So I'm a Mets fan, and I lost SNY, and I was on the phone with them, and they were trying to tell me you need to get the regional package. I said I live in New York. They play in New York.
It should be part of your pack. Yeah.
I said I can drive to their stadium in 35 minutes. What are you guys talking?
Ted, I will be age dating myself. That's like you live down in the city in Long Island. They say, oh, you got to pay for WPIX channel 11.
Yes.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
It's like that.
Channel 11?
That is crazy.
It's like that.
Pay for channel 11?
No, I'm just saying that would be like that's what's the SNY.
That's the same
I would just assume that Ted's got it because he's down there in that area and stuff. Now it's part of my package. I get that, and I get the S channel and stuff like that.
Mel, how you doing?
What's up, Mel? How you doing, lady? Thank you.
Yeah. It was like that. So, do I have the wrong Mel? I'm not sure.
You got the right one. Bye.
But hey, in pre-production, JoJo was talking about the Ravens and talking about how the Ravens, they stepped up. They paid their quarterback, Lamar Jackson. It took them a while. They got Odell Beckham, and they already had other pieces around them. And I was commenting to Joe. I said, there's nothing better. There's a couple of stadiums that you really enjoy because it's really open and easy to get to. I was telling them MMT Stadium in Baltimore. It's physically located right next to Camden Yards where the Orioles play. So easy to get to from I-95. I mean, you see it right off I-95. You can't miss it. But it was a fan-friendly stadium. Nice, easy, everything, it's something that's like built for the family. And it's great. It's even better when they have a great product on the field for you to root for.
It is. I'm just waiting for the games.
Yeah.
Baltimore's crazy. I've driven by Baltimore, and you'll see the baseball field and the football stadium right there.
Yes.
So
What's
none
worse?
of you all have seen any of the games at all then?
No.
No.
Oh wow.
And
Okay.
Rich, I had NFL Network before. It's only good
Right.
for Thursday night games and maybe a preseason, and that's it.
Now, see, I just have the basic during the regular season. My NFL channel, all it is I turn to it to get the ongoing scores and the on-the-spot highlights and stuff. I think the next thing up is the red zone or something like that.
Yeah.
And, but I've been watching. Mahomes played the first series. Carr looks good. Oh my God!
Really?
He marched right down. Oh my God! He looks.
Eric Carr always has good games. He just doesn't make it to
This
the
is the best I've ever seen him done, Tony. I know.
Really?
You know, we were talking about him before.
Yes.
Carr, the Saints, they're going to own that division.
Really?
Good.
This season probably.
They went down their first three series. They scored a touchdown, and they went and got it. Well, it's 14-17 now. So Chiefs are doing their second half comeback and stuff like that. Chiefs seems like it's a little bit preseason. Okay, you know it's preseason. Mahomes is the first. The Jets, they played pretty good yesterday. I watched the Jet game yesterday. Buffalo looks very strong as far as play. I just there was the other Allen was in there for the quarterback.
Okay.
The Jets played better this week than last week. They should have won against Cleveland.
I heard.
They just faltered, but the Jets look pretty good. Aaron Rodgers, he was around the sideline, didn't play, but it feels like football again. I mean, I'm watching it as far as like I said, the games here, preseason. What happened to preseason? Didn't they have Thursday night games on Twitch and stuff like that? I thought that was going to go on for a couple years.
Preseason? No, preseason we get one game a week. Actually, we're getting more games now. Twitch isn't even showing any games. I was just scrolling through to see if I could pick up any because I did.
They used to have that Thursday night thing going.
Yeah. And I remember there's a big old controversy for it. I miss Twitch having the games. I miss Yahoo Sports having games, regional coverage.
Yeah.
I miss Twitter having the games. So what happened was people were watching.
It's all about money.
Yeah, it's all
you
about
you gotta pay the beast, feed the beast, and they'll allow you to show their game.
They'll hook you up. Yeah.
They're not gonna put their profits down, and it's evident. I get it.
You know, it's like that's the one beast that's I think their goal by 2025 is 25 billion in revenue, and I think they might be at 18 right now, 17, 18
already.
And
didn't they sign that $100 million contract? A couple of networks.
Yes.
So they got to make their money back.
100 billion. Yes.
There's a lot of money.
To Nancy, yes, Amazon is still doing Thursday Night Football, so I'm guessing the deal doesn't start off until regular season, and that's when.
Oh, okay, that's a regular season. Okay. Yeah. I'm just surprised that they're not opening. You know, as far as they did have one game. It was on NBC the other night. There's a lot.
You know what I think is crazy?
What's that?
And we're going to get to it eventually, but we're going to get to it. But this upcoming playoffs that's going to happen in 2024, they're going to have an exclusive game on Peacock. Exclusive playoff game. Yeah. Playoff game on Peacock. And I'm like, what? Yeah. So
you've talked about that before, too, I think. I remember you saying something about that before, Ted.
Yes.
Which
is crazy. So they're going to force you to sign up for Peacock for a week.
Just to watch the game.
And pull you in.
Now, is that regular Peacock or is that the Peacock Premium?
Peacock Premium, I bet you it's premium.
Oh.
Because you got to pay for the premium.
I say that because Peacock started charging for the wrestling pay-per-views. Remember that, JoJo? Remember we had that conversation?
Yeah.
Peacock used to be free on everything. But Peacock is a platform that can grow, which means profit.
Mm-hmm.
That means plenty of profit. Exactly, Nancy. All about money.
That's what it is.
That's what's paying the bills there, I guess, too.
You know, at how long do you guys think? What year? And I hope we're around to see it, where the Super Bowl goes to like a pay-per-view model or goes to
not in our lifetime.
You don't think so?
No, I
Okay.
can't. The football fans would be so irate, and they're making so much
Yeah.
money on advertisement. I mean, the advertisements alone is a big thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good.
Can you imagine if it was to go to pay-per-view?
I'd say screw football then.
The ad, the level of ads would be insane.
Yes.
You know what,
Oh
Ted?
my
We talked about
God.
that the other night, Ted. I told you they're gonna do something for free. They're not gonna pay for it.
Say it again.
Remember when I was telling you the other night? If you got a chance to do something for free, you're not going to pay for it. We
Right,
talked about social media
right.
platforms. The
True.
same way with football. If they started charging for football, if people didn't go to the games, they wouldn't have a fan base.
Right.
Right now, with the internet being so rampant, maybe that people will find a way to have parties to watch it. The bars, the restaurants, they would get it. But the homes, it will be a whole different ball game. I'm wondering how much viewership they would lose.
So last year,
That's so true.
last year I went to one Jets game in New Jersey.
Mhm.
And they played the Buffalo Bills.
Mm-hmm.
They played the Buffalo Bills, but the Jets won that game, okay?
Mhm.
And it's documented. But what isn't documented was when I went to go buy, I went to order a beer, and they told you it's $17.
Right. Oh, that's
A beer.
Man,
I can't imagine.
Give me a shorty beer. Can I get a shorty beer?
Yo, I was like, what?
That's a 24-pack, depending on.
I'm telling you.
Angling.
I'm telling you. So and here's one other thing. My dad and I were getting tickets for the end of this month. Otani is coming to Citi Field. And the last time we were at Citi Field, I remember he said, Ted, can you go get me a water? And so I said, okay, Dad, I got you. And they were like $8 for a bottle of water.
That's unreal.
I don't know.
Yeah.
And if a $17 bottle of beer that's the cost in New Jersey, I'm sure that's the cost across the board because they're trying to maximize. There's a reason why there's only eight home football games.
Mm-hmm.
And then the fact that they're, marketing these games out of the United States, like, hey, there's going to be 4 London games and a Germany game and a Mexico game. And
right.
I just had to share that with y'all. I looked at the person.
That's the same as baseball too, because my older brother, he went to see the Mets here a few weeks ago. And I'm texting him and he said, yeah, we're getting around to beers, and he's telling me the cost. It's up in that range. I'm like,
yes.
Yeah, it's an arm and a leg for a round of beers.
Right.
Crazy.
Yo, just imagine this, guys. They give you the cup, the clear cup. They pour the bottle. The foam doesn't even reach the top of the cup, and you're just like, that was $17. I'm like,
nah, man, we gotta fight. We gotta fight right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, we definitely gotta fight.
That's why I watch the rest of the games at home.
You got to. You got things costing too much, then you got traffic. I want you to do the math. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
imagine
geez,
when you say, "Ooh, I'm hungry." I'm hungry.
Right. Nancy,
Man.
you are correct. They'll keep raising it as long as people continue to pay it.
Talking $8-10 for a hot dog, man. You out of your mind, man. You're not doing that.
And I've been there. Let's see what we got going on. I'm missing some in the chat trying to share this out. Dick was $12 in Milwaukee at the Bulls game. They'll keep raising as long as people. Yeah, as long as people pay for it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, it'd be nice if we would just making up these stories, but I'm just like, whoa. I'm like, are you kidding me?
Nah, they're dead serious. That's the bad part.
You know,
They're dead serious.
But yeah, I'm excited for the season. I'm excited for the Jets. I haven't watched Hard Knocks yet.
Me neither.
So
what's Hard Knocks?
Oh,
that's on HBO. Okay,
yes.
I don't get HBO, so I'm gonna have to wait for it to. That looks pretty interesting.
It'll hit YouTube sooner or later.
Yeah.
I haven't watched Hard Knocks. I've seen a bunch of clips, and I've seen before our very eyes, like they're rebooting Aaron Rodgers in front of us.
Oh, absolutely,
You know,
absolutely.
You see,
You
Aaron
know,
Rodgers coaching.
yeah, Tony and I talked about. I was, remember Tony a couple weeks. You said Aaron Rodgers would play that for. He's not playing. He didn't. I don't think he's going to be playing preseason.
No,
I'm
he's
also
just
surprised he isn't. I thought
coaching
he was going
sidebar.
to.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to. So I'm surprised he isn't.
Yeah, I was looking, and that was a big disappointment when then they were winning against Cleveland. I was happy, and it's like then it started going downhill, and I'm like, what the f? And but yesterday against the Panthers, they played real good. Who's the kid there? Zach, I think.
Zach
Oh,
Wilson.
and the Jets.
Zach
Yeah,
Wilson.
the Jets.
Yeah, Zach Wilson.
Yeah, Zach. He played pretty. He played pretty good. And but then again, it's preseason. You don't have the. But I'm telling you, the Bills. When I watched the Bills play last week or the other night, their defense. Boom! They were going. Who they play? God, I'm just thinking of the. I got it here. Who did they play?
Okay, Nancy, you just told me something. I didn't mean to cut you off, Rich. She said
Go ahead.
She said he never plays preseason. I thought he would have tried this season. Preseason may be beneath him.
Well,
I
because
thought he would have tried being for a new team. I think Brett Favre did play a preseason game when he went to the Jets.
Because the Kansas City Saints game, Carr, he did a series, and then Mahomes did a series, and then they're out and they're turning it over to the other quarterbacks and stuff.
Right.
But the Colts. The Colts 4 times during that game they went, and it's preseason. They went 4th and 1, 4th and just inches. Buffalo stopped them dead. Oh my God, their defense is just like I was like, wow. That was my takeaway for that game.
Right,
Rich, I got a question for you. Since where you are geographically located, is that like on your local channel, Buffalo, the Buffalo football games?
No, that was that on? That was I think that was the NBC game.
Okay.
It was the local. It was the NBC channel out of Elmira, Channel 4 or WENY.
What's up, Jason?
Yeah, because Buffalo being New York, the big fan base, they did have that. The rest of and then at the same time, I was clicking back and forth to the NFL channel. So that game, Ted, that was on a local channel here coming out of Buffalo.
Got it. Well, at least you get to see the Bills like that,
I'm surprised they're not doing that down in New York with the Jets and oh my God, and the Giants. They played last night, lost last night to who did they play? Got the scores right here. Cowboys lost to the Jaguars, so I don't know what's about that game. I saw the Lions. The Lions 21-16. The Giants lost. Lions are supposed to be a good team this year.
Yeah, they are. High-powered offense, a decent defense, a lot of optimism behind that squad. We just got to see them make it to the playoffs and through the playoffs. In all honesty, they'll normally have a decent season somewhat, but they won't make it past the regular season. What they've got to do is they got to win a postseason game to be a success right now. They have to win one. They'll make it, but they have to win one. When was the last time they won a postseason game? That's the challenge. That's the challenge. You go ahead and say it.
Ooh, about the Lions?
There you go. Yeah, Nancy Jason says, the Lions got to win the postseason game.
Yeah.
But Jared Goff is their QB, right? Still?
Jared is still a QB, and I like Jared with them. They looked like they was doing pretty good as a team last season, in my opinion. They seemed to be vibing.
It was slowly clicking, yeah.
I would expect something. I would expect a good season out of them above 500, easy. I would. I haven't seen their schedule. God knows that Jet schedule tears me up.
Yeah, I know.
I'm gonna harp on that for a minute because good Lord have mercy. Detroit, we already know they got to deal with Minnesota. They got to deal with Green Bay. They got to deal with Chicago. Based on what's going on with Green Bay and Minnesota right now, Minnesota getting rid of Dalvin Cook is a huge blow. Aaron Rodgers leaving Green Bay is a huge blow. Chicago not having a lot of optimism and a below 500 last season makes Detroit the favorite in that division.
Let me tell you, I'm gonna blow this for myself.
Go.
Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
He's going to be a stud this year in for fantasy.
Everybody needs to check it. Y'all might want to check it. I don't have him as my
to be a stud.
Glick
Watch.
has him as one of
Book it.
his primary wide receivers, I believe, and Justin Jefferson. I don't, based on who I wanted, but I believe you, and we got to see it happen. I kind of agree with you on that.
Yep.
Okay, we're in the fourth quarter. Kansas City's up 21-17, so they're making their comeback.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice. Jojo, you got anything, man? NFL wise?
No, not much really. As a Steelers fan, I'm hoping we get a little far.
Right.
I'm hoping we get a little far this season.
Kenny P.
Yeah, we got KP, but we're hoping, Mason Rudolph does his thing. We got to play a lot more. I hope the QB stay a lot more healthy. Because I hate when the games come down to Mitch Trubisky. Trubisky has not looked great of a QB. He has not looked. No, he looks horrible, man. I know last season we've got by barely on some games, but man, we can't put him on. Nah, we can't. So I'm just hoping we can stay healthy. We can be well. We can get into the playoffs this season. Yep.
I don't know what
that's it, man. Pretty much,
Carolina is a toss-up, in my opinion. And me and we talked about this last week. Yeah, Carolina's a toss. That's a brand new squad entirely, from what I'm seeing. There's a whole bunch of whole new players.
All young players, too.
All young players. I remember that draft they had about 2 drafts ago. They drafted a lot of offensive weapons, and now you got a new quarterback. Everything looks, it's like they swept that whole team clean. They're starting from scratch. That's exactly what, and you got rid of DJ Clark. He went to, was it Detroit? Chicago, yeah. So
Chicago.
We have no idea what to expect from Carolina. It's nothing but we're just going to see how
Chicago play. I watched a little bit of them yesterday. They look like they're coming to do something this season. Yes.
You know
Put
what?
Your money on Justin Fields.
I don't mind putting money. I thought Justin Fields was going to do good.
Man, Justin.
I thought he was going to do good last year, but I'm not going to lie.
He was good on my fantasy.
Yeah,
Carolina is a huge toss-up. Chicago. Let me tell Chicago something. Right now, Chicago looks good. We got to wait till the winter months.
Dang, that's tough.
Wait till the winter months. That's when things start changing, and then injuries and all that. So right now, everything's looking good with everybody. Dallas. Let me tell the Cowboys something. If y'all don't re-sign Zeke, I don't see any optimism behind that team.
Have you seen anything in the news about that at all? Or
No.
There's nothing.
Quiet.
Exactly.
Still open to being signed.
Exactly, JoJo. Quiet as
this is why
and it's a head scratcher.
I'm waiting for this roster to be solidified.
Supreme.
Nobody has solidified a roster. 2 of your primary running backs in the NFL, period, have not been signed. So if people want to do the draft, I have no problem with it. It would be my recommendation to wait a minute because something ain't right to me at all. Dalvin Cook is a monster. Alvin Kamara's got a 3-game suspension. Zeke Elliott was a high draft pick, and now nobody has picked him up. Y'all mind telling me what the hell's going on?
What is Dalvin Cook asking for is a better question.
Well, what team could use him besides Minnesota? I think that's a huge question. Who could use him? But if
the Vikings were ready to move on from him,
that's a money grab because they had to cut their budget down. I got that.
Yeah.
I got that. Why nobody else has picked him up is another question to me.
That is a big question. Yeah.
But I'm not even sure if it's just money anymore.
But he met with the Jets and he met with Miami. No contract out of both of those meetings.
None.
No follow-up in the news either.
No follow-up, no nothing.
Sounds like money, but I'm wondering if there's something else.
Maybe his medicals didn't come back clean, or I don't know. And
do we have an injury report? Do we have an injury report on Dalvin Cook over the past few years? Anybody?
No,
that's something. Oh,
he's a horse.
What's happening, man? We got franchise tagged Saquon Barkley too somewhere around here.
Yeah,
I'm so aggravated by that too.
Yeah.
Oh man, there's a lot of madness going on for sure.
No, I was wondering. Buffalo is such a great team, and they're destined to make this run. I was like, why wouldn't they grab a Dalvin Cook? Why wouldn't they try to trade for like a Saquon Barkley? Because the minute you don't have to have Allen putting his body out there like that,
right?
you've got a couple of Super Bowls.
Well, in Buffalo's case, it might come down to the money there. They probably can't afford it and stuff like that. So, okay, Nancy's got a thing up there about the Patriots. Dallas.
Greenboro
Oh, with the Zeke. Okay, Zeke Elliott.
Cowboys.
So maybe that. Okay.
Nancy, I saw that article. I didn't know if it was for real or not. Yeah, I did see that article. But they're gonna take a pay cut because the Patriots don't pay you top dollar for real like that.
No, you got to work your way to a contract. Yeah, work your way.
I saw that story too. I did see that. I wasn't gonna say nothing, but I'm glad you brought it up. I did see that story. They talking about they go to New England together.
I got a question.
Go.
I got a question. And since you talked about the Kansas City Saints game, who you think is gonna end up being the star QB for New Orleans?
Probably Carr.
They paid him all that money. I don't think what's the gadget guy who plays for the Saints. He's a quarterback. He's
number two. His number is number 2.
Come on, Taysom Hill.
He was playing right. Yeah.
Taysom Hill's supposed to be the quarterback. If you ask me, he's supposed to be the quarterback.
I think he's going to take a step back with Carr because Carr, he just looked solid. Oh my God, it's just like wow. Yeah, I thought this is how I took him when I was watching that series. I thought I was actually watching a regular season game with him play. He's just going boom, 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 and even the announcers saying, the local announcers there down New Orleans were saying, hey, this Kansas City, they got one of the toughest defenses, but they were just slicing through as far as that goes. And Carr just looked very, very crisp.
It's good.
Carr is very solid. Jameis Winston gets a lot of interceptions. Taysom Hill is pretty much a face of that squad right now. But you bring in Derek Carr, who was great in the regular season. He's looking like Dan Marino right now, in my opinion.
He's locked in. He's a monster.
Yeah, he's got great numbers, but he just doesn't get through the postseason.
Nice.
New Orleans is loaded right now. Kamara does 3-game suspension. Okay, he gets back to 100%. People forgotten. I'm going to keep throwing this out there. I know it's been a few seasons. That dude got 6 touchdowns in one damn game. And then you're going to add
he was even looking good when I was watching him.
Kamara got 6 touchdowns in one game. New Orleans, like you said, they're going to take that division. I got to give but they're going to get robbed in the postseason like they always do.
Oh, man.
They always get robbed in the postseason.
You don't see like Hill, like a Slash, like a Cordell Stewart,
yes,
like one of those type of players. Like, hey, I'm going to come in for a trick play.
Yes, he does that. He's a quarterback and a tight end. He does both. He does both. Imagine him and Cordell Patterson on the same team. You don't know who the hell to watch.
You don't. You
don't know who the hell to watch. Both of them play 2 positions easily. Jacksonville game the other night. Did anybody watch that game?
I didn't.
I missed it. I think they beat
Jaguars game.
It was, yeah. I think they beat
the Jaguars Cowboys game.
Yeah.
I got to see some of the highlights. I have to see the highlights.
Yeah.
I'm not paying for NFL Network. That's $60 a month, and you don't even show every game. I got beef with that. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. I got beef with that. I turned it off. So the Jets beat the Panthers in the preseason. Jaguars beat the Cowboys in the preseason. Let me see what else we missed.
Well, there's a quarterback fight there in San Francisco. They've got
Yes, it is.
The number 2 and number 3. Those are. I'm looking at these guys. Aren't these guys first string quarterbacks?
Yeah,
they're fighting for the second spot. So they were talking about that again, the Raiders game and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I might catch that's at 4:00 this afternoon. Well, it's in about another 30 minutes or so like that. But I want to see. Yeah, the Raiders. I don't see the Raiders that much. I'm really curious on where the Raiders. What are they going to do without Carr? If they're really going to be that.
Yeah, Jimmy G, right?
Let me look at this roster. Who's their QB now?
Jimmy G. I am so glad the Jets didn't sign him. I was
Jimmy G is a hassle, and if Jimmy G get hurt, boom.
Jimmy G. Problems. They were talking about something with his ankle or something like that. There was something.
I forgot about that right there.
Yeah, he never got cleared.
Oh, Kareem Hunt. That's true.
Is it official though?
But wait, is he in trouble or is he hurt?
He just hasn't been getting the ball enough, in my opinion. He ought to be 100%. Nancy says she wouldn't draft. You talking about Devontae Adams, Nancy? I think he'll get the ball with Jimmy G. I think he'll get the ball.
Devontae Adams is a stud.
Yeah, but he got to get the ball to be a stud. I think he'll be okay with it. He may not be what he was with Derek Carr, but I think he'll be all right. Jimmy G, teams rally behind him. The 49ers definitely rally behind him and work with him. So as much as we may not like him or think he's enough, the 49ers went to the Super Bowl with him. We got to give him something for that. We got to give him something.
Yeah.
We draft him high. I hear you. And yeah, every wide receiver needs a QB. I agree with that. In Tampa Bay Buccaneers, all them receivers should have been 1,000-yard receivers with Jameis Winston and Brady. I'm gonna go ahead and say it again. I'm gonna keep saying it. It don't make no damn sense. It don't make no damn sense. They were 1,000-yard receivers before Jameis Winston got there. He came from Florida State and they ain't getting the ball to break $1,000 a piece. No, something ain't right. Something ain't right. I dare call out play caller. But I hear you, I feel you. He don't have Derek Carr anymore. He may not be in the same position. And Jimmy G will also get the ball to the running backs as much. But the Vegas Raiders were doing that as well. Still. So as much as I agree with you, I kind of want to be like, I'm not sure. I think I'll still get him.
The Vegas Raiders were doing what?
Moving the ball around to everybody.
Okay.
To where everybody was getting numbers and yards. They were spreading the ball out pretty well. Josh Jacobs was there. The receivers was doing okay. Yeah, and Josh Jacobs got injuries. See, people don't realize he got injuries. He's been fighting a lot of injuries.
Can we talk about these running backs?
Go.
I heard they're getting together and doing conference calls.
Go.
Yeah.
I heard some scuttlebutt about that. Yeah, that there's almost like it's intentional.
Yeah, where it's just like Josh Jacobs, who, I mean, I don't even know how many times. Tone, can you pull it up, or anyone pull it up? How many times did Josh Jacobs touch the ball last season? Has to be at least 300 times between running and passes. And I'm like, how can your body hold up? And then the organization turn around and say, we don't have, we're just going to give you a franchise tag. We're not willing to look at that. Look at that. How crazy is that?
That's last season.
Yeah, that's last season.
That's the previous season.
That's the previous season.
That's the season before.
Look at that.
Yeah.
How do you not pay that guy? You just destroyed his body.
That's what they talked about with Dallas and DeMarco Murray.
You destroyed his body. Now, Tone,
yes.
How many pass receptions did Josh Jacobs get? Look, just that says it all.
Last season.
That says it all.
The previous season.
See?
54. Yeah, you can't. Yeah.
Dude.
That's putting in work, man. Over 300 carries.
Numbers went up every year. That's
every year.
Yeah.
Every year.
And that's the thing with the receivers playing more than one position, or at least not just getting it from the pitch off as well. I got you with that.
You just got to remember this much: when he played with the Colts, Marshall Faulk was a 3-time All-Pro, right?
Mm-hmm.
They moved off of him for Edgerrin James.
And Marshall Faulk went to the Rams afterwards, right?
Right. And so, I mean, we could see clearly, because when you look at who's the running back who's really upset with the Colts now?
Jonathan Taylor. Well, you look at the history of everything, they use the running back position and then get him out the door, go on to the next one. That's what's happening with Zeke right now, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Dalvin Cook, probably the same situation. Now, I think people would take Dalvin Cook over Zeke right now. And Zeke wasn't the same after he got his money. I actually told homeboys that when I was in one league a few years ago.
Zeke wasn't the same after he got his money.
To
It's
me,
okay to say
He
that.
wasn't the same after he got his money, but before that, he wasn't the same after that initial injury. Before
Yes.
the money situation. And I'll go ahead and say that the same thing happened with Derrick Henry down there in Tennessee. The same thing happened with Chris Johnson down there in Tennessee. These dudes get injured, they get their check. That check is pretty much paying their health for the rest of their life. I got that. They're not going to push themselves no more. I kind of get it. So if you get drafted as a running back in the NFL, this is what you got to look forward to. And for those of us who are fantasy owners or even fans, when we're watching the game and we're excited about a player, when they stop playing, I think a lot of them are protecting themselves. And I don't blame them.
Right.
We got to look at the reality of the situation. If you're not going to do this, you're not going to do that. Who would you draft in your replacement? Which is why I would always tell people I'm looking at Tony Pollard. I would tell Glick this all last season. I was telling Rich, I was telling everybody. My eyes will be on Tony Pollard. Now Tony Pollard is the man. We got to see what's going to happen with him. And he's not only a running back. He's been special teams. I've seen him. The man's a beast. That man's a beast.
You mentioned it. Yep.
He's trying to get the bag, and then we're going to have to see what happens after him. Tight ends are getting injured as much as running backs, in my opinion. Kittle used to be hurt half of the season. Last season, I think it was the first season I seen him play the full season without any injuries in about 3 or 4 seasons.
Kittle, even with him being injured, he still played a full season.
Yes.
Last season, yes, he did.
Yeah.
Because I think he saw they was getting ready to go to the Super Bowl, and they were close.
They were close.
Everybody, they about to go. They're gonna be Philadelphia's problem.
If
schooled them. God,
what's the boy wonder who came in towards the end of the season and was killing it for the 49ers, the quarterback?
McCaffrey?
No, the quarterback.
He got it there for a minute.
The quarterback. He was a young guy. He was like Mr. Irrelevant.
Not Trey Lance.
Oh my goodness, what's his name, man?
Purdy.
There you go, Brock Purdy. There you go.
Yeah.
Brock Purdy was. Thank you, Nancy. Brock Purdy came in there.
You know, I was gonna say it, but I was saying Lesnar.
He was killing it.
Yeah, and Brock is a beast. San Francisco's gonna be fine with him. They I haven't really talked much about it because I got to see how the season goes, but they are an NFC problem. They still are.
Are they really a problem if they have 3 quarterbacks?
If you made it to the conference championship, yes.
Okay.
And mind you, I couldn't believe how bad Philly beat them with that team. Something was not right, and that went from when Brock Purdy went down. So Brock Purdy isn't 100%. Who's his backups right now on quarterback?
Lance.
Trey Lance. Lance is gone. They're getting rid of Lance.
Oh, he's gone?
They're gonna get rid of him.
I think with San Francisco, I think he's one of the two that are.
He's one of the two.
For that second spot.
Let me look. I saw
that name was mentioned as far as
and all those draft picks they gave up for him.
They were talking about getting rid of him, so he's staying. Okay, good. Because I did hear talking they were going to get rid of him, and it actually pissed me off because he's the quarterback of the future to me.
Yeah,
they gave up a lot of draft capital for this.
Yeah, they got Sam Darnold from
the Jets.
Yeah, Sam Darnold,
Brandon Allen, and Trey Lance. I think Trey Lance is their main quarterback now.
He better be.
The other two, Allen has played and Sam there. He used to be with the Jets there.
Darnold used to be with the Jets, and I just want to mention this. As much as people wanted to rip on Sam Darnold, I see Ghost and all of that other type of stuff that he said. The Jets, historically, are terrible with developing quarterbacks. If you look back.
Be good, Nancy. Thank you for coming through.
That's one of the reasons why I stopped being a Jet fan for a number of years there, Ted. Exactly.
Thanks for coming through.
Hello,
Carmen. How you doing? The Jets are horrific with developing quarterbacks.
Yes, they are.
Yeah, man.
Horrific.
I agree. And you got to take Sam Darnold. You got to take Geno. The last good quarterback they had was Brett Favre.
Well, you look at who was the coach back then too.
Who were the coaches? Defensive-minded coaches.
Wasn't it Mangini?
Mangini was there when who was there? I think Favre was there.
Mangini was there, I remember.
Mangini was there. It's Herman Edwards.
Yeah. He did good with Chad Pennington though.
Yeah.
The Chad.
Sanchez was, quarterback there, but think of it. Todd Bowles was there to develop
Todd Bowles.
Yes.
I
Sam
hate to say it,
Darnold,
but
and
he was
Todd
not a
Bowles
good
is a
head coach.
defensive coordinator.
Yeah,
He does
Todd
not
Bowles.
have the best
Yeah,
history
Lou
as a head
Holtz.
coach, and I hate to say it. He does not have the best history as a head coach.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Of
He does
course
not.
not.
He's the greatest defensive coordinator, but he has not his best history as a
We had that
head
one
coach.
year where Todd Bowles was 10-6. Other than that, it was a failure.
And that was with Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Got him.
That was the year. You guys are laughed. Smoke and I went to a game,
You
and
told me
Ryan
about that.
Fitzpatrick
Yeah.
was the quarterback, and it was so crazy. But Todd Bowles was there, and that was his only good season.
I think so. That might have been Ryan Fitzpatrick's best season too, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because most of the games
Yeah.
he would be maybe 6 games, but he did 10 good games that season.
Yeah.
And what's the man's name? They used to be on Stephen A. Smith's show. They used to be the Patriots hater. Oh my God, what's his name? Because he kept calling him Ryan Fitzmagic.
Fitzmagic or Fitztragic?
No, they used to call him Fitzmagic. I forgot what man. Carlton. That dude Carlton used to be on Stephen A. Smith's show.
Yeah. But terrible. I mean, the people. I kept saying for years. Me and my buddy Todd. We kept saying we hope Sam Darnold goes somewhere warm. And I mean, he's a USC guy.
He's a USC guy, absolutely. That's
so him being out west is the best possible thing for him.
When he came to the Jets, I thought that I said this kid's going to do something for the Jets, and he just floundered.
He floundered.
I was just surprised as far as
I drafted him his rookie season. Everybody cracked him. Yes. No, that's
crazy, man.
What was the other thing? This is for Joe. Joe, there was a time when Darnold was the quarterback and they were going to play the Ravens. I was going to drive down there to go to the game, but it was a Thursday night football game. Joe, I didn't go because it was 4 degrees outside. And I was like, I'm a football fan, but I'm not a fanatic.
I'm not crazy. Yeah. Yeah, you can't do that.
I was gonna take the day off from work. Take the day off from work and go down there. And I was just like,
Did Smoke get lost or something like that, or was that something?
Say it again.
I was just to say, didn't Smoke get lost going down there, or was that another event that you went?
That was another event.
Okay.
Rich, I ain't gonna lie. That year Sam Darnold was a rookie, I drafted him, and everybody cracked on me. I was like, this dude's gonna be fine. He plays.
No,
good.
I thought the kid was gonna do something for the Jets. Yeah.
His first pass was a pick 6. I got 19 messages back. You idiot! We told you. You damn foul. Yeah.
Oh my God, man.
Yeah.
It's history.
Sam Darnold had it rough, man. He had it rough.
He did have it rough, and that was the Jets. The Jets was in shambles.
Yeah, man.
I went to a Jets and Vikings, and it was freezing out there. It was a 1:00 game, and we stayed till like halftime. And Todd Bowles was calling a horrific game, and it was like the Jets could just generate no offense, and the Vikings were, it was Kirk Cousins.
Mm-hmm.
It might have been the first year he was with the Vikings, and I was like, I'm getting out of here.
Look at the money he's making.
Crazy, right?
Look at the money he's making.
He's smart.
And last season might have been his peak.
He's smart.
Last season might have
been short deals.
Yeah.
And he's $60 million up.
Yes.
And just play effective football, man.
Sign short deals.
He's pretty straight, pretty steady. He kind of reminds me of Alex Smith.
Mm-hmm.
Game manager. He kind of reminds me
of another
smart
guy.
Yeah, don't take the risk.
I don't know.
Make the right plays.
The biggest thing we got right now, in my opinion, fantasy-wise, would be the running back situation, because that's putting a delay on a lot of things, in my opinion. Anything else anybody else has, NFL-wise?
I like a suggestion.
Yeah, go ahead.
Just a quick suggestion. I'm sorry.
Go.
When we do the draft, can we live stream the draft?
If people will show up, I'll say it.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll be out here.
If people will show up, I'll say it.
Go ahead, Rich. I'm sorry I cut you
Well,
off.
no, I was just gonna say the updated score 24-17. They got like how many minutes? They're down to 4 minutes left. But I gotta mention we skipped over this completely.
Go for it.
Mhm.
And this is for Brian because Brian's watching this. He's got to be proud of his Houston team there,
Texans.
the Texans, because they played. I watched some of that game. They didn't look like the Texans last year either. That's a takeaway of some of these preseason. Now it's preseason.
Mhm.
Preseason doesn't mean squat really until like I said, Cleveland the Colts they did fourth downs and 1 yard to go. You would never see that in a regular season game. So they're doing some different things and stuff like that. But I think I want to just say right out of the gate, even from preseason, I see Houston being 500 at least.
This season?
Okay.
Yeah, they were pretty impressive. The teams I already talked about right out of the gate, first impression. They look solid and stuff like that, especially being preseason, because all the preseason games I've seen before, I'm seeing something different on the preseason games I'm seeing right now. So that could mean for
Jacksonville's the echelon. They're going to be the standard in that league. I'll put Tennessee second. Indianapolis is in shambles. Maybe the Texans will be 500.
Who's the quarterback for Tennessee now?
They drafted a rookie. What's his name? Because I think Tannehill's gone, right?
I don't know.
Will Levis, Ryan. Okay, Tannehill's still there.
Will Levis. He's going to be a good one.
Levis.
Tannehill's there. Malik Willis and Julius Chestnut.
Okay.
No, I'm sorry. Julius Chestnut's running back. They got 3 quarterbacks: Malik Willis, Tannehill, and Levis.
You said Morris Chestnut?
No, I didn't say. I said Malik. Here you go.
Morris Chestnut. Oh.
Here you go.
Oh.
Yeah, Tannehill still. I thought they were going to get rid of Tannehill. I did remember seeing it. They were going to move on from him. Tennessee, it's going to be Jacksonville, Tennessee. And then a toss-up between the Texans and the Colts to me in that division. The Colts are in shambles. Yeah, Carmen. You heard him?
Yeah, Colts are in shambles, man.
The Colts, they got rid of Matt Ryan. You couldn't do nothing with Matt Ryan, and Matt Ryan is not that bad as a QB. I don't care what nobody says.
No,
he
man.
had great numbers in Atlanta.
Matt Ryan?
I'm gonna say Colts. Yeah. I don't know, man. For years, that O line, man, we gotta pray for that O line.
That's why your boy quit. That's why your boy left.
Yeah,
you're right. You're right.
He
did. Yeah.
Jonathan Taylor's out of there now. What's that saying? And he was about to be a premier running back in the NFL.
Crazy, right?
Yeah.
No matter what they do, like Jesus, man.
That's probably where Dalvin Cook gonna go.
I hope not.
I hope not.
Either him or Zeke, because that's probably where they're gonna go. Oh, I just thought about it. All right, what we got next? Anything else in the NFL?
No, it's just I just feel a little embarrassed that I'm able to watch for you guys. Let's go take this in the green room. I put up my tablet so you guys.
No, you're good. Let me ask you this: defenses. Who's got the best defense out there right now?
Let's just say the Bills. They really impressed me, and I'm a Bills fan, but I was looking at but they look solid. Defense for what's that?
Yep. Oh, I said Mike's on here.
Oh yeah, Mike.
Okay, what's good, Mike? You are welcome to come up, bro. I got a link in the chat. Hang on, I'll throw another one.
Oh yeah. There's an individual who knows football. No problem, Jojo. No, that's good. He knows football. If he wants to take my spot, he can take my spot. So I'm just a knucklehead that just.
Mike, you got an invite to come up, man. There's a link in the chat if you want
to. But the big take, as far as there's some defenses there, but the thing I'm seeing right now, first impression is there's some teams. I think Kansas City and the Saints, they wanted to make a statement. They're the only 2 teams I've seen where their first string quarterback is playing a series and stuff. The other ones are sitting there on the side. They're mic'd up and stuff like that. but there are some things that the running backs. I'm not seeing any good running games, except for the Saints. They got what's his name there? Had the 6 touchdowns there in one game before. He's been with the Saints for a long time.
Kamara.
Yeah,
He had this one run that I watched at the beginning of the first half of the game. I'm saying, how did he get through that freaking line? It was just like a narrow thing. And on the replay, he just scooted through. So as far as running, that's the only thing I've seen so far as the games that I've watched so far as a running game. But it's mostly some good passing.
Come on up, Carmen. It's not the boys' club.
Yeah, there we go.
That's why I'm there.
He be doing it. And for everybody up in here, if you don't see the link, it's because it's probably on my YouTube page or my Twitch page. If you're on somebody else's, that'd be my apology.
Oh, maybe I should
probably what it is.
send it.
And you can come on up if you anybody who wants to come up here. There's links to chat. I dropped the link 3 times. It's an open invite for NFL talk.
That might be the issue.
Yeah, it's
it
on
might be looking on my YouTube or
he might be looking on yours. Y'all can come over to my YouTube.
Okay.
See it. I did put in the chat. Think it was gonna go to everybody, so I'll take that blow. Actually, Kamara suspended the first 2 games and they picked up Jamal. Ooh. New Orleans got the division. New Orleans got that division. Jamal Williams is not a problem.
Carmen, what are you cooking?
Listen, her Tony inviting someone not even say hi to me. I did say hi to you earlier when you first came in.
It's 1 o'clock. It's 1 o'clock your time.
She
you
said,
cooking lunch?
Oh, word.
Good night, Mel. Take care.
All right, Mel.
All right.
Good night, Mel.
Good night.
And I guess the other thing, just seeing all the football yesterday felt like a Sunday watching the games. It's like, oh my God, is it Sunday or,
Con pollo with rice. No, with chicken.
All right.
It's been a while since I Spanish.
Derrick
Henry. What a face.
But like you were saying, Tony, there you're not going to have your draft until everything gets squared away, and it doesn't look like anything's. I think it's going to be a couple more weeks before they square things away.
Should
be honest.
They're probably going to let the preseason go through, and then once they decide who they want to pick up, then they're going to start dropping contracts on everybody. Oh my goodness, Mike don't know my YouTube page. 2 years later, I'm on Mike's case.
Mike, I'm a text it to you, Mike.
I just put my link tree in there. Anybody that's trying to find my YouTube page or my Twitch page, right there on my link tree.
Oh yeah, just go to TonyD.original, or
here you go. I'm not doing it.
Too early.
Let's put the end of the show. Let's put the end of the show.
No, we're not ending yet.
Oh.
Let's put the end of the show.
Oh my God.
Excuse me for a second, guys. I'll be right back.
You're good. You're
No
good.
problem.
You're good. I want to wait on Mike to come up. Mike's got a lot of inside information specifically for the Rams himself, definitely. Derrick Henry and the Titans beg to differ by not having a running game. Well, they got a running game, but we just got, like I said, we got to see how it develops. I know a lot of people get them and they just keep them on their roster. I'm used to them having them over 100-yard games all the time.
Other than that, Mr. B, I'm gonna definitely lock you down for this Thursday because we got to talk about the Funk Master.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah,
on Saturday,
Long Island, man. New York represent, man.
I got a bigger question.
We got to talk about it on Thursday.
I got a bigger question. What about that boxing match last night? Did y'all watch that?
Which one?
Valdez?
I think the one that was on ESPN. I know Bobby
Yeah,
it was going to be a big fight, and I think
Navarrete versus Valdez. Yeah, you caught that.
It was supposed to be a big deal, and I was like, okay, I'll put it on for a little bit while I was up there talking with everybody. I heard there was a lot of emphasis on that fight.
Yeah, big things, man. Marcos Barrera was there. Marcos Antonio Barrera, and Eric Morales were there. 2 dudes that lit up boxing for the Mexican heritage. You know what I mean?
Right.
But yeah, the fight was nuts, man. Straight up crazy.
Got you.
Yeah. Straight up crazy. But nah, it was dope though.
I sent the link to you directly. I don't know if it went through or not.
It was action packed, man. Yo, you know Navarrete threw over 1,000 punches. It was 1,083. Yes. I said, what in the world? This guy's arm punches, and his arm was broke. His hand broke mid-fight. How?
Joe, I wanted to say to you in your OK live stream, like, yo, this is gonna be Mexican style.
Yeah.
And I said, oh my goodness.
That's why I said I couldn't miss the fight. I was like, as far as the Joshua fight went, I said, nah, I could junk that. I don't really care because this dude, he failed the drug test. Hellenius is coming in on just a couple days' notice. It's like, come on, man. This was lined up for Joshua to win. But the Navarrete fight.
Yeah.
My God. It's crazy.
You know what? Comment. It
That was
might be
me.
me sometimes just yelling.
Yeah, that happens with us sometimes. Okay, so my comments ain't going through to everybody else out there either. It's all good. It's all good. I sent it to Mike. If you didn't
But
get
yeah,
it, let me
it
try
was
and send
crazy. It was crazy though, man. Oh my goodness. Yeah, a lot of
Hold on, I'm gonna
Mexican
text it to him right now.
Okay, you got it.
Yeah, I'm gonna text it to him right now.
Cool.
Yeah, I think you need to bring him up because I've never seen him. I know he's in the comments on late night parenting, as far as that goes, and I've only seen him up a couple times. Has he ever been up on a broadcast before? Or?
Yeah, he's been on Toast.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's been on Toast.
I know he has some insights on football there because it's
Mike Patton.
he makes the rounds.
There you go.
Okay.
That's the link.
Mike, it's in you. I just texted to you, Mike.
Word.
Finally got it up on the tablet.
Quarterbacks, wide receivers. What does everybody think about wide receivers out there? I know who I'm rolling with.
There's a bunch of them out there. I can't even say their names and stuff. They're just like I said. I've seen at least 6 to 10 games, 6 to 8 games already. Not full games, but it's a passing game right now.
There he is.
Hold on, I'll be right back.
You good?
Oh, there he is.
The big guy of sports. That's all of
Big
us.
guy. Oh my goodness.
The kahuna.
Yes, sir. What's happening?
It's an honor.
What's going on, y'all?
He finally made it.
Not much.
Tony, you gotta stop, man.
What's up, bro? How you doing, man?
I'm living, man. It's Sunday and it's about to rain out here. So yeah.
I'll be right back.
Okay, you good, Ted? Y'all getting rain today?
Supposed to. Yeah, so I'm on my cell phone, so I'm getting ready to. I'm actually watching some football now. The Chiefs and the Saints. I was watching that. Watching some guy try to act like he was Patrick Mahomes. What's that?
What was your take on that game so far? As far as the Saints look pretty good with Carr the first half?
Well, honestly, I don't take much out of them out of the preseason games. I see them as a practice with uniforms on. So I basically don't look for the production. I look for guys that can actually, do functional things. They help their team win. That's what I look for more than anything. Like, blocking, technique wise. Is he running a route? Is he going to the open person? They take the execution may not be great, but is he going to the open person? Like, give you a prime example. Malik Willis yesterday. Mm-hmm. There's Titans fans. Oh, he's horrible. He's this. He's this. Well, if you take it from the first preseason game he played last year to the first preseason game he played this year, you can see the growth of him right now. You can see the growth. Basically, he's hitting the right people. He's hanging in the pocket more to kind of decipher who's open, going to his second and third options, which is way better than what he did last year, which is first option not open, I'm taking off running. So, those are the things I look for more than what a team looks like together, because I'm not gonna gain much out of that if I look at that part.
What's up, Dez? How you doing? Welcome aboard. Thank you for coming through. Go ahead, Mike. My apologies. Haven't seen Dez in a minute.
Are you good? I was just wrapping up my thoughts on preseason and what I look for. I got people mad that their team lost though. That's what's the funniest part about preseason.
Preseason.
I'm like, come on, man.
There's no winner or loser preseason.
Yeah.
What do you expect from the Titans?
Like I said, I watched the game the other day, the Jets and the Bills and Colts, and the Colts. I think it was at least 3 or 4 times they went 4th and 1, and the Bills stopped them cold. And that right there, from what you were just saying, I'm taking. I'm a Bills fan. I'm also a Jet fan, trying to be a Jet fan, but also a Giant fan from New York. But just seeing that bit where they during the course of the game they were able to stop them 4 times. And and that's probably not even their first string that's in there as far as for the Bills.
Right. And what that is basically just a lot of times you're going to see in the preseason, you're going to see different scenarios. Like, for example, the Titans were at 3rd and 9, but they really didn't try to go get the first down. Really, the reason why is it's a 4th down play. They're in field goal range. They're having, field goal kickers. They're trying to get a solid field goal kicker. So they're putting them in situations where they can bring the field goal kicker in. So in that situation, if you know the things about the team or if you study the team and listen, you'll understand why they do certain situations. Like 4th and 1 for the Colts. You don't have Jonathan Taylor back there. You're trying to figure out different ways to make the first down. Buffalo, hey, you're working on your goal line defense, but not in the goal line situation. So, it's all those different things that go into the preseason that you're looking at and seeing maybe if this player can help us here, this player can do this in this situation, those type of different things, along with what things your team needs to work on going from point A to point B, which is the beginning of the season to the end of the season.
What do you think about the future of the Titans this season?
Honestly, I'm not worried about the Titans. I mean, I trust that Rand Carthon. I actually got to meet Rand Carthon the last time I was at training camp. Really good guy. Really good guy. We got to meet the owner of the team too, Amy Adams Shrunk, the majority owner.
Yes.
Yeah, I got to meet her too. Now she's awesome, man. She is a ball of energy. But in going out there, I don't see I think the team is going to continue to grow. They're going to continue to find ways to put a competitive team out there each and every year. And of course, with the future, I know plenty are talking about the quarterback position. So let me just go into this and say Malik Willis is ahead of where he was last year.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't mean he's done growing. He's just ahead of where he is last year. And he looks more confident, more ability to decipher different things. I actually did an interview with him while I was out there. And got to talk to him and ask him about what's different from year 1 to year 2. And, his understanding of an NFL offense is much better this year than it was last year. Now, if you look at Will Levis is just coming in. So he's kind of in the same situation where Malik was last year, trying to figure out an NFL offense. Now, I know he was in a different style offense in college. Malik was a one-read offense at Liberty under Hugh Freeze, the guy that famously coached from a hospital bed in the booth. Yeah, that guy. But he came from a one-read offense. Then you have Levis, who comes from an offense that's a little bit more pro style, but then again, he goes all he gets to play hero ball a lot, basically. So he's got to get used to and adjust to being able to read and decipher the field, not take off and run into people. And Malik Willis has got to get out of the one read and go instead of, and get used to scanning the entire field. So Malik is further ahead in what he's trying to do than Will Levis is in what he's trying to do. So it'll be interesting next year, provided that Ryan Tannehill doesn't come back. Also, just want to let you know, Derrick Henry is in his last year of his contract, by the way.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
but it's going to be interesting to see, basically, if one of these guys are to step in, that if they're able to kind of progress and continue to be that guy. Me personally, if I had to start one of them today, I'd start Malik. I wouldn't start Will Levis. Will Levis is going to get you killed right now at this point.
Really?
So, yeah, Will Levis is not ready yet. He's not ready yet. Not to say he will never be ready,
right?
But he's just not ready right now. It's just nice. It's not his time yet. And I think Malik is definitely taking that step forward to understand the offense and to be able to kind of better progress that offense than Will Levis would at this time.
Okay, you got the whole division to yourself. Let me go ahead and run through it with you real quick. Jacksonville, what do you think about them?
They have the ability this year to probably put up 30 points a game. They could possibly score 30 points a game this year.
Possibly.
With the offense. I'll give you – you've got Calvin Ridley, who's replacing Marvin Jones Jr. or Senior, I'm sorry. So you definitely upgraded there. You have two guys with career highs in receiving yards in Christian Kirk and Evan Ingram at tight end. Then you have who I call Bruce Leroy, Zay Jones. If you look up his picture, look up Zay Jones's picture, you would get why I call him Bruce Leroy. Just that's all I'm going to say. But as far as then you've got ETN at running back, and you got Trevor Lawrence. I mean, the only spot that's dangerous or concerning, offensive line. especially the tackle positions, because Cam Robinson is out for the first, I believe, 3 or 6 games. He's out for the first little bit. So Walker Little has to become one of the tackles. And then they have their first round pick from Oklahoma. And I think his last name's Harrison. He actually has to play one of the offensive tackles. So it's going to be interesting to see if their offensive line can hold up. If they can, boy, oh boy, bombs away in Jacksonville.
Offensive line, yeah, I will give it entirely. All right. Indianapolis.
Wow.
Well, it's going to be a growing season there. I'll tell you that. I'll say this about Anthony Richardson. He'll probably be better at the end of the season than he is at the beginning of the season, because he's going to be able to kind of understand concepts, get reps on the field. And, as long as they do things to kind of build up his confidence, that's why I hated that JT's not going through his contract situation with the Colts, because he could really, really help Anthony Richardson in terms of the running game and kind of make things a little bit easier for him to settle in. But, if that doesn't get settled and he sits out, then they got to work it out another way. But it'll be interesting just to see his growth. I think as the season goes on, he'll get, a little bit more of an understanding, and at the end of the season, he'll be a little better, I think.
Yes, so he was on Haps. All of us was on Haps. Absolutely.
Yep.
Gotcha. Last but not least, Lord have mercy, them damn Houston Texans. Go for it.
I'll say this though, everyone rolls their eyes and like, wow, they're just a mess. But I think they are better this year than they were last year.
Oh yeah, I saw the opening of their game the other night there, Mike, and they didn't look anything like last year's Houston Texans. As far as I'm like, whoa, just the takeaway. I know it's all preseason; it could go to crap at the beginning of the season and stuff like that. But that was my impression watching them as far as they were crisp. Just as a quick note, it looks like a last-minute field goal. The Saints take the game over the Chiefs.
What we got? How much time left?
That's over. It's over.
The Saints came back.
Saints came back.
Now it's the 49ers and Raiders now. And the funny thing is, Colin Farrell, the defensive lineman for the San Francisco 49ers, is playing against his whole team. And he's been wrecking wrecking shop against them the entire week.
Your brain's tired because you didn't go to sleep. No, he wasn't the general there. Mike Patton, and then turned the AFC South on Haps. Yeah, he was on Haps with us. Absolutely. See, a bunch of y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and say this. I'm sorry. Ask me again why I miss Haps. This is what a bunch of us are doing that the rest of y'all ain't.
Word.
My bad.
Man, what the heck happened? Hey, I had to jump off. I had to jump off of Haps, man. I was doing Haps for a while, but
about that later. But you know what? You progressed so hard. I told you, once you got that one interview, I wasn't gonna say jack else against you, because you got that interview and I'm still upset.
Oh my goodness. But, yeah.
Mike, have you ever thought about bringing your perspective to Twitch there for a broadcast of some sort?
I actually am working on something a little different, a little bit broader than that right now. Okay. I can't really talk about it right now, but
that's fine.
All I'm gonna say is it'll put me in front of many televisions in my area.
That's cool. That's cool.
That's good. That's nice, man. Nice.
Mike's doing good. We was talking about this when we was on Haps, and he was working on his independent side of things, and it's been going for him. And I'm going to go ahead and say it. Once he got that interview with Jamel Hill, I just bow down to him. I got to give him his credit. Jamel Hill was killing it back a few years ago, and I was like, Mike, you are the man. He is the man for sports. I am honored he is here. Oh, 1,000 pardons, 1,000 thank yous.
Oh, my goodness. You're doing too much, man. You're doing too much, man.
Now, I told you I was going to give you that one. If you get that one interview, I ain't got nothing to say. He put that mess on Twitter, and I'm like, oh, my God.
But no, I got a few other things I'm working on that basically, and then also what I'm working on, I still would have 100% control over my image and likeness and the actual material too.
That's cool. That's
what's
cool.
up. That's what's up, man.
So,
congratulations, man. For
so I could shop it around, basically.
Yeah.
Yep. There you go. You got to take care of your content and stuff like that. Exactly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mike is killing it out there, Rich. He's interviewing the players, the commentators.
Oh yeah, I hear you and Ted talk about them, and it's like Well, Mike, I just say you're a player. We're just novelists,
He's in the game.
observers,
We gotta catch up to him.
enjoying the game and
Yeah.
stuff. But you're right there rubbing elbows with the real guys.
Hey, Tony, I do have potentially like Steve Weiss tomorrow.
I
Potentially,
saw when you put that up there. I gotta try to
yeah.
check it out too. Yeah, you keep that door open for any and everybody. Live streaming and being able to video conference, leave the doors open so much for any and every interview, man. And I see you up there. You're doing it. Big ups for real, though. Big ups for real.
Thanks. Well, it is a show now, so I don't know if you how recent you saw some of the stuff that I have, but now I make it like it's a for real TV show because I actually have commercials too.
Go
Oh,
for it.
nice.
Oh wow, that's
Go for
cool.
it. I'm telling you.
Nice.
Yeah. So I actually do voiceover commercials and stuff like that. I'm not saying they're the greatest commercials, but hey, they're sponsors of the show, so I created a commercial for them.
Look, I don't even have a sponsor. What
That's
I'm
cool,
gonna say against you? I've had two potential offers that I'm going to be grateful for always, and I've had people who have been in support. So I do what I do, one for the audience. Anything above that is a plus to me. You got sponsors. We got to catch it the way you're at. Glick got his 2-3 sponsors. So go for yours for real, man. Helen got her sponsor when she had HelloFresh going on.
And I
Y'all
don't care
good.
less. I'm just happy with my 1 or 2 viewers.
Yeah, Rich actually got commercials on his Twitch.
Oh man, nice.
I'm trying to catch up to y'all.
That's
Man.
not
Y'all doing
because of
good.
me. I'm just a novelist here, Mike. I enjoy being here with JoJo, Ted, and Tony and stuff like that, talking about sports and stuff. They're very sports knowledgeable, and they give me the they're throwing me a bone, I guess, to come up and just talk a little bit about it. But and that's one of the great things I just have to say that this type of medium brings. We talk about Haps. I met all these guys on Haps and stuff like that, and we're continuing it here on various platforms. And Tony's exploring; he is definitely exploring all those platforms, and it's just to get in the cross feeds and stuff, and then have you come in with the level that you're at. That's the cherry on the cake right there, as far as because that's the real deal.
Hey, glad to come in and talk. Definitely, anytime.
I'm get with you for a minute, and I know you got to keep everything limited. So, thank you for being here. Straight up.
Definitely.
Yeah, no problem.
Thank you for being. I don't know what Ted's doing right now. I know he wanted to get with JoJo and talk about the.
Ted actually showed my gear I have too. By the way, he's actually was showing. I have a whole merchandise site now.
In the very beginning, he plugged your T-shirt.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
Yes, he did.
That was what he actually showed you was the original logo that I had.
Oh,
That was the original logo I have. And now I have like 2 logos now. So I have that logo. I haven't put that in different colors because it's an original logo that has all the teams represented on one.
Mm-hmm.
But the new logo I put it in all different colors, like black and red, blue and white. I put it in the colors of the Jaguars, the Colts, the Texans, the Titans. Yeah, it's it, and it's in all kind of different colors. And pretty soon, when Breast Cancer Awareness Month, I'm gonna have them in pink too.
Go for it.
Well, look at the novelty of the cleats now and stuff. They're making a big deal about the cleats. That's a as far as going with the cancer awareness and stuff like that. They opened it up because they've been really strict on what uniforms what can be on uniforms and all that and stuff. So I think that's pretty cool.
They got the My Cleats now thing too. So a lot of players either do their own organizations or an organization they partner with. So they have that too.
Right.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Go with it, man. You're doing good. Like I said, we got to catch up to you, in my opinion. I like where you're at. I like how you.
I still got work to do, man. I still got work to do. I'm not as far along as I want to be. I'll put it that way.
I understand that fully.
And I do have shirts and stuff like that. I have some people that actually got my shirts now that some people are probably going to see them on bigger platforms these days. Probably.
Right.
So we'll see what happens. I kind of shot a few out to some people.
You're doing the
That's
damn
cool.
thing.
That is cool.
That's what matters. You're doing the damn thing, and you got the support behind it, man. Much respect, though, for real.
All right, man. I'm going to head out. I got a few things I got to do around the house.
Appreciate you. I already knew. Thanks for coming through,
Take
bro.
it easy,
real,
bro.
Man.
Thanks a lot, Mike. Nice to meet you.
Nice
Yeah,
to meet
no
you.
problem. And Ted, man, get back on the screen, Ted. Get back on the screen.
Phone call. Leave Ted alone. Somebody get that phone call. Leave him
Oh
alone.
no!
Where'd Ted go?
He probably got that phone call.
Oh,
We already know.
That's a real treat there.
This
Thanks.
that's big for me, and I'll say that as somebody who put this together. Mike, we knew him from Haps. He was broadcasting. He was like, he's going to dip because he's going to try to work on something bigger and better, and it's working for him. He hasn't forgotten anybody. We just can't be acting the way we did over there.
Well, no, yeah. He's got some contractional, and there's certain things he can say and stuff like that, and he's got to, you get up on that level, even at the beginning stages, we're just that's pretty cool though. That is very cool.
Yeah, I'm happy for him. I'm happy.
Yeah, that's cool. I don't remember him from Haps though. I don't recall seeing him at Haps and stuff.
You and I pretty much met random and would see each other broadcast and was originally just say what's up.
Well, our go-to guy that brought us together was Michael.
Yeah, it was Michael, and Mike wasn't always in Michael's broadcast. But when me and you first like, yo, what's up? When we was on Haps, we would see each other and just say what's happening, what's going on. Mike was there for a minute. Then he went to do his own thing before we was all really, really following each other. You know what I mean? But he was there. He was there. And I remember Helen said that face was familiar. Yeah, he was over there. And Helen was on Haps before I was. A bunch of y'all were up there before me. Mm-hmm. I was there pretty much the last half of the Haps era, if you will, because it was like 3 years, and I was there for a year and a half.
I thought you were there.
And I heard it was about 3 years that Haps was up. Somebody had to correct me on that, but I was there for a year and a half, so I caught the second half of it. But he's doing great. He got that interview with Jamil Hill.
Yeah, that's big time right there. Big time.
And she was still at her peak. I think she had just left ESPN, or she wasn't too far removed from ESPN when he was able to do that.
Yeah, like what Helen said, it's not a competition. Just enjoy what you're doing. He enjoys what he's doing and stuff like that. Yeah. It's like
he's been at the major conferences and everything. He'll broadcast. He always puts a lot of his stuff on Twitter, and you'll see everything online on YouTube.
That's the key. Just be happy with what you're doing.
Yeah, I always enjoy what I do.
Just do what you do.
And I always look forward to this when all of us are together. Like I was telling you before, I can do my thing, but when we get up here, we can start.
Yeah, this is gold right here, as far as I'm concerned.
Absolutely.
Just
all right, Tina, you be good. Take care. Thank you for coming through.
See you, Tina.
Yes, indeed.
All right, JoJo. Ted brought it up. Go for it.
Right.
Wait, what are we talking about?
I thought you
that's what I'm saying.
I thought you wanted to go to the Thursday night fights that was coming up.
No. We're going to talk about that on Thursday night. It's happening Saturday.
Thursday night. Oh, okay.
It's happening next Saturday, next weekend. Yeah, UFC 2.
Speaking of Thursday night, what happened to this past Thursday night? I took a nap to stay up, and then it's like, there's nothing going on here. And then
you weren't the only one who took a nap. I took one
right.
too.
I caught that on the replay. It's like, okay, but that's what's a good thing about replay. So I just gave you the hashtag replay, and thanks for hitting the thumbs up on that.
I took a nap.
A good broadcast.
I called myself taking a nap in the recliner. The next thing I know, I woke up. It said it was like 12:20. And these guys were just blowing my phone up. Talking about, I thought we were doing a show. Maybe not. I don't know. What do you guys think?
I was sitting here watching the Thursday night football game. I was like, okay, I don't hear no ding yet, as far as because I usually watch y'all on the YouTube there and stuff.
Yeah, man.
Get on football if you all are. Anything else y'all want to cover, talk about, discuss, bring up?
No, I'm good. I think this is a good kickoff point, and then we'll
Oh my God.
Bump it. Rich, plug yourself. Talk about where you're at on the mornings.
I'm here. I'm over there on Twitch, Fireman Rich over there on I'm back on the formerly known as Twitter as X Fireman Rich. I'm on IG Threads and also True Social. And but Twitch is my mainstay. I know Tony, he has all these areas and stuff like that, and as far as going that, but Twitch is my mainstay, and I like being on it.
You see how they do me, JoJo? You see how they do me?
Yes.
What's that?
Nah, he said he's on all those things,
Well, they are, they're almost fine social media networks, I guess I
Yeah.
should call them and stuff. But no, I really, this is a real treat, a surprise and stuff like that. I really cherish the time up here. You guys bringing me up and stuff like that. That's it's great. And and when I do watch, I if I have something to comment, I'll comment. But for the most part, I watch the replays, and they're great as far as that goes. And try and promote that and in my broadcast, but. Yeah, Twitch Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday in the morning, early in the morning, and there's nobody there. I'm going to be talking to myself anyway, so because I know there's replays.
Yeah, I'm
and
on
then
swings. I can't catch you in the morning. I'll be on swings.
no, you're on that work schedule too.
I
Tony.
catch your replays, though.
I do thoroughly enjoy doing the broadcasting here and being on the social media because it's being connected. Just like anything, there's a lot of crap out there, but there's a lot of good stuff, and we just had it right here with in this broadcast, sharing some things, and also the people in the chat. Helen, I remembered the chat. Remember the chat as far as the folks there and stuff like that. So I do appreciate you, Tony, giving me the link there and stuff like that because it literally took me by surprise. It's like, oh, okay, put this on hold, and it just come up and keep track of the score. I didn't really think I thought that Kansas City was going to win the game, but Saints
came through. Yeah.
They came through the last minute field goal there with less than 20 seconds. So, but thank you again.
Absolutely, man. That's never been a problem. JoJo, go for it, bro.
Yo, man. I'm just a guy who likes combat sports. So I watch combat sports. I'm on Twitter, or what used to be Twitter, X. Yes, X, New Year, same B. Yep.
I gotta say, anybody that starts doing it, it's not this, it's this. It's a little less.
You got this. New Year, same B at Mr. B 1986. Drop a DM, follow me or something. I tweet and retweet stuff, combat sports related, random thoughts. I'm on this OK Live app. Whenever there's fights around, I watch them. Come through, watch them with me. Hear my commentary, get a laugh or something, learn something. Other than that, you'll see me on somebody's here's his stream, broadcast, you know what I mean? If not, then I'm chilling. I'm trying to link up with my other dude, Mike. Mike's been on vacay. He's been a lot of stuff, you know what I mean? So he's been chilling. Hopefully we get back. We do the Colts Corner show. That'll be on Fridays, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. I got my own little show thing. I forgot. I keep forgetting about it. It's on Wednesdays, so you can hear it. B-sides of the fight game. I just ramble on about fights, upcoming events, past events. And that's it, man. Thank you for having me here, bro.
You already know, man. I always said we always back each other up. That ain't even a question. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Do that. Ted, you got the turn, Flo. I mean, player, go for it.
I'm just a guy who knows these guys.
Oh my God.
And I kind of just, I just kind of hang out on their streams and stuff. They afford me the opportunity to come up to this sacred screen called the internet, and Ted Hicks, Late Night Parents. As you know, ways to follow the show, latenightparents.com. Real Ted Hicks on multiple platforms. And that's really it. I have a good time watching Fireman Rich's show as I'm commuting on the railroad, usually in the mornings, and joining also Mr. B's broadcast on OK Live, the best combat sports guy in the business.
Pretty much.
And also joining Tony D and also pushing him to let's get this Belt Kings fantasy football stream going for the season. Enjoy that. And I'm just here. And I'm glad to have, work with you guys, know you guys. And that's the one thing I am grateful about the previous app we used to live on.
Absolutely. Live is an understatement. Live is an understatement. Live is an understatement. Everybody knows me. Y'all know where to find me at. That's not even a question. If you don't know by now, you ain't been paying attention. But you can also follow me on TikTok, TONYTON1972. You can find me on Twitter, TONYTON163. You can find me on Twitter. No, you can find me on Twitch. You can find me on Instagram. You can find me on Rumble, TONYTON72. You can find me on YouTube, TONYD7444. You can also find me as the Random Multi-Broadcaster, as you see on the title. I've actually pulled it up and seen that it was up there. Like, oh, wow. Bill Key's Fantasy Football League. This is me. The fellas brought it up. I want them up here because this was their idea. I want them to be with me when I do it because I did not do this by myself. In all honesty, I thank each and every last one of these gentlemen. I thank Mike for coming through. I thank everybody in the chat. That'll be Helen. That'll be Nancy. That'll be Tina. That'll be Carmen. That will have been Dez. That will have been, who am I missing? Melanie was in the house. I don't want to forget anybody.
Nancy?
I don't want to forget anybody. Any support in every aspect of support is always appreciated, and I am grateful for it. I will not be bigger than my audience. I'm going to emphasize that. I'm going to push that. As much as people want me to move on and do more, I don't want to forget the people who are originally there and ever have been there in the first place. Straight up. Late Night Parents, my man Ted Hicks. Way to follow the show, latenightparents.com. Follow JoJo, the B-sides of the game. Follow my man Fireman Rich, Twitch in the mornings. Monday, Wednesday, he said Thursday, he's been on Friday. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Thursday, he goes, okay, well, y'all got all that. Yeah, looking like the Brady Bunch, the ghetto version. I said it. But we always have we do this. I do this to kick it. I do this to put it out there. I do this to show a lot of what we missed and how much a bunch of us from all over can come together and have a common conversation over a bunch of the arguments and drama y'all love having on the internet. Y'all corny now. Y'all are corny. Get like us. I said it. Thought so. We got week 3 or week 2 going on right now. It is with preseason football, y'all.
Yeah, this one because week 1 was just the Jets Cleveland game. That was
gotcha. So we're on week 2.
We're on week 2. Next week, it's a full load of football.
Right. And I'm gonna go ahead and throw Helen's information out there. Y'all check out Helen Wallace, Lady Lady 01, Helen on the radio, all that good stuff. She does do Helen's mixtape Thursday afternoons, Eastern time, comes on about 4, 5, 6. She's on 360radio.co. She does synth music.
And she's been a holiday this last week, so you gotta play catch up.
She's been a little bit of a break. Y'all check her out. She's global with her information. She's been very instrumental in my broadcast, and I am always grateful, and I do thank her. Yeah, woman, you heard me say it because you've been instrumental. You've been giving me a lot of advice. Everything they've been telling me, you've been telling me as well, so I include everybody in the mix. That goes for Jeeves. That goes for Crick Technician. That goes for Erica Nelson, Lady Cat 31 on Twitch. Y'all check all of us out. We are always trying to help, work, and support each other. Always. We're not doing this by ourselves. We can do our own thing, but it's better when we do it together because they're going to have to catch up to us instead of us catching up to them. Always remember that. Gentlemen, I'm going to end this broadcast. I thank you all again. Next week, I'll be busy with the family, so I may not be available. I may not be around. Let's do our best to keep it with what we can. I don't know how this week is going to go as far as broadcast. It's going to be a tight week for me, but definitely after I get back, we'll see what goes on afterwards, all right?
Real world always comes first, Tony.
Real world does come first for each and every last one of us. Thank each and every last one of you all again. We'll see you all next time. Peace, y'all.